Hey everyone, I'm Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a somatic yoga practice. And when we move somatically, we move slowly and with intention. And our goal is to really deepen our connection with our physical body. So to help improve our body awareness, to deepen our body-mind connection. So since we're not moving in a fast-paced way, this kind of practice is really great for all levels. So it is beginner friendly and it's also advanced friendly because you're just moving with a different intention. And last thing before we get into the yoga flow, if you do want to deepen your somatic yoga journey, you want to learn more, you want to go further, the topic of the month on my Patreon this month is connecting with yourself somatically. So we'll talk about what somatic means in more detail. We'll do a meditation to connect with ourselves somatically, and there's going to be a somatic yoga flow on there that is a full hour, and we're going to move somatically from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. So if you're interested in that, that will be linked down below. And with all that said, we'll get started by laying on our backs. So starting with your knees bent, feet planted on the floor. And please remember, if you do have any injuries or other conditions that limit how you should move, please modify as needed because this is just a general class, okay? And if a pose isn't right for you, you could always hold off on that pose, sit in easy pose, just sitting in a cross-legged position with the spine straight, and join back in when you're ready. All right, so the knees are bent, feet are planted on the floor. You're gonna bring your feet nice and wide on your mat. And then just start to let your knees fall in toward one another. Place the hands on your pelvis. Close your eyes. And just start to tune into your breath. And what I want you to focus on is just allowing your awareness to drop inward. Bringing it away from the external world. Bringing it in, finding that connection with your body. Allowing the breath to flow in and out the nose at a steady pace. The belly expands on your inhales and falls on your exhales. And then just start to be curious about how your body feels today, how you feel in this first posture. Is there anywhere you can just let go a little more? Letting go of tension. And just melting into the pose. Go ahead and take one more moment here. Maybe dropping in a little deeper. And then releasing the hands at your sides, knees come apart, and then draw the feet and the knees together. We're going to move on and off from a bound angle pose to bringing the knees together. But again, this is somatic, so we're moving slow and controlled here. So the hands will be down at your sides, or you can keep them on your pelvis too, whatever you feel drawn to. And you're going to start to let the knees fall out to the side, but really slowly. So slow, slow, slow. Moving 1 inch at a time, until you feel you get to your end range, and you could be on the outside edges of your feet. You'll pause here for a moment, and then you'll start to draw the legs back in. So slow, 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 drawing the knees back in, and just trying to keep a neutral spine, so a slight space between your low back and the ground. Okay, so go ahead, move at your own pace. And while we move through our postures today and we try to connect with ourselves somatically, it's really nice to keep the eyes closed because it will help you to really just drop your awareness within. And you can connect with anything you feel. I'll give you a little guidance to just help make this practice easier if you're a beginner. So maybe as the legs are falling out, you're focused through the hip joint. Dropping in, seeing how the hips feel. Feeling as the legs open and this different opening position through the hips at the end range. And then as you close in, maybe still just feeling how the hips are moving in their sockets and feeling how they feel more closed as the legs are together. And just being curious about how the body feels. Maybe you pause in the open variation for a little longer. Check in. How are the inner thighs feeling? How is the upper body feeling? Can you allow it to fully rest on the ground? Everyone take one more round here through our active bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Okay. And once you complete, go ahead and pull the knees toward the chest, holding the shins. Keep that upper body relaxed on the ground. So from here, we're going to start to make circles with the legs. So you could place your hands on your knees. You're going to push the knees away, okay, and not too far. So I still have a slight bend in my elbows. And then you let the knees come out to the sides, circle them around and back in, okay? So it's push away, they come out to the sides, you circle around and come back in. Again, moving nice and slowly here, staying connected with breath. And if it's comfortable to you, keeping the eyes closed. And again, being curious about how this feels on your body. How do the hips feel as you move them in this direction? How does your lower back feel here? Getting this little massage on the earth. Maybe you notice the slight movement through the upper body as it guides the legs. There's no right or wrong. Go ahead and take one more here. Maybe moving extra slowly. And you might even feel those hip muscles working. And then plant the feet down. Just grounding back down, feeling the soles of the feet on the earth. Take a nice centering breath here. And then roll to your side, make your way up to sitting. You can open your eyes. Okay. So we're gonna sit in easy pose, so a cross-leg position. And we're gonna move through some seated cows to neutral. So we're gonna try to make this movement a little slower than moving back through cat to really drop in and see if we can connect with this subtle movement. So hands are gonna be placed on your shins. You're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades back as you open through the chest. Maybe you look up slightly, and then you're gonna come back to neutral. So you're gonna come back to just a straight spine. So it's super slight movement, okay? So you open through the chest, shoulders squeeze back. So So you opening through that heart space, and then you come back to neutral. If it's comfortable, go ahead and close your eyes and just find that deeper connection with this movement. Again, moving slowly and just being present with what you feel. Can you feel that subtle movement through the upper spine? Maybe feeling into the heart opening, of opening through the chest. And just being present with your body and any feelings that come up emotionally or physically, and noticing them without judgment. Take one more round. Okay, pausing in neutral. And then we're going to take circles, okay? It's called Sufi's grind, but we're going to move nice and slowly today. So you're going to place your hands on your knees. You're going to dive forward, so diving forward over the right leg, coming forward around to the left, coming back, and you could round the spine as you circle around. Straighten out through the spine as you dive back over the right leg. Okay, so moving in this circular movement slowly with control, staying connected to breath, and just being curious about how your body feels as you move around in this way. Maybe you feel as you lean forward how there's not as much weight through the sit bones. And then as you come around back, how your sit bones really ground down toward the earth. Feeling how it feels to really circle around the pelvis in this way. How does the spine feel? The abdomen. And when you're ready, switching direction, circling the other way. Awareness within. Does circling in this direction feel different? Does it feel the same? Again, just being curious on how your body feels. Dropping the awareness in so you can deepen this connection. Maybe starting to receive any messages from your body. If not, also no worries. Just working on this relationship you have. Go ahead and take one more circle in this direction. And then pausing in the center, sitting up tall, take a centering breath. Letting the effects of those torso circles, Sufi's grind, sink in for a moment. And then making your way to all fours, so on the hands and knees, lowering down onto your belly. And we're going to move on and off from a low cobra to relaxing down flat, but we'll do it a little more passively than you would normally do low cobra if you're familiar with yoga. So you're going to place your hands under your shoulders. Keep the elbows tucked in. Press through the palms, lifting up, maybe halfway, maybe even less, and then waving back down. Okay, moving nice and slow, awareness within. The lower body should stay relaxed on the ground. Noticing how you feel. Maybe being really present with the palms on the ground. Noticing how the upper body muscles have to work here as you lift up. So building some strength. Feeling as you open through the back. And if you have the mobility and you want to make this into a little bit of a higher cobra, go ahead and do so. And we'll just do 2 more here. Staying present. After that one, press yourself back through all 4s, toes together, knees wide, sit back into a wide like child's pose. So the forehead's on the ground, the hands extend out in front. Allow the sit bones to sink down. And just taking a moment in this still pose and asking yourself how you feel. Physically, emotionally, energetically, anything that comes up. Just letting go into this posture and just finding that deep rooted connection with your physical body. Your body that allows you to have this beautiful human experience here on earth. Take a few more breaths here. And then walk yourself up and make your way to lay back down on your back for Shavasana. Don't skip this step. This is a really important pose to really just let our practice integrate into our entire being. And we won't be here for too long, so don't worry. So relaxing down on your back, letting your feet fall out to the sides. Palms are facing up. Maybe drawing the shoulder blades under you and down, and then relaxing back down just to get a little extra opening through the heart. Eyes are closed and just letting go. And continuing to be curious about anything your body is feeling, anything your body wants to tell you. Maybe just taking a scan from the feet up to the crown of the head. Checking in one last time. And then just letting go. Feeling yourself melting on the earth. Feeling gravity assisting you in relaxing, keeping you rooted and anchored here. And then slowly bringing movement back by wiggling the fingers and toes. Bending through the knees, planting the feet on the ground. Arms reach overhead, extend through fingertips. And then roll onto one side, keeping the bottom arm straight to rest the head on the arm. And then use your hands to walk yourself back up to sit in easy pose. hands, come into prayer at the center of the heart. Maybe just offering gratitude for your body and all that it does for you. We'll close here with a breath together, a nice deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Returning to your comfortable breath, releasing your hands down and blinking your eyes back open to the world around you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. If you did enjoy this practice and you want more somatic yoga, you want a longer practice, check out my Patreon because that is the topic this month. And if you're watching this practice down the line, like further from the release date, when you join my Patreon, you get access to all past practices that we've done, all past content, so you could still access the somatic yoga practice on there. So again, that will be linked down below, but thank you guys so much for being here. If you liked this practice, please give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button right below me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.